And we are just going to simply go to Elements and then go to Grids. And when I do mood boards, I like to do ones with varying sizes of photos, so I can do textures and different things at different sizes. So I'm just going to go ahead and pre-select one. I'm just dragging it over. And since we have a square dimension, it loads perfectly. We don't have to do any adjustments to the photo grid. So I went ahead and pre-uploaded a bunch of photos to use for our photo board. And let's go ahead and drag some in. So I'm going to be creating my mood board. I kind of like this gold color, so I like to drag colors into the smaller squares. Let's say I like the silver as well. And let's just go ahead and start dragging and dropping. Let's see, I really like this. And whenever a photo doesn't fit perfectly, all you have to do is double tap and you'll be able to adjust. And then do the check mark. So I want to kind of figure out a combination of things I want for my mood board. Things I'm inspired by nature. I need to have a people shot, kind of my persona of the brand I want to create. It's this woman. You can also put products in here that you admire or things you like. Actually, I think I like this one a little better because it's got that gold in there. Make that a little bit bigger. Click OK. I'm seeing a lot of purples and golds and greens, so I think that might be kind of an inspiration for the color palette we'll end up developing for this brand. What else? Let's drag this in. We already have our person shot, so let's drag. We don't have any kind of home decor. So I have too many nature photos. I'm very inspired by nature for this one, but let's swap out one for something a little different. Maybe I could just do this texture of wood. So that's kind of my mood board I've developed so far. Of course, it's really easy to drag and drop these and rearrange them. If I want to crop this a little more and zoom more in on the purple, that's what I'm kind of going for here. That purple flower, click OK. I really like the muted tones of this photo, that's why I picked it. Let's see, that's probably pretty good. I really like her scarf, I love the texture of that. So I'm going to keep that in here. Let me zoom in a little bit more on that type. That's the kind of type I want to go for. So let's zoom in. I don't want her fingernails. Let's zoom in a little bit more on this photo, so we're really getting that brick texture. Really like the brick part of this photo, so let's accentuate that. Perfect, so we have our mood board. All we have to do is go to share, and then we're going to be able to export it as a JPEG, or you can download it as a JPEG or a PNG. So I'm going to go ahead and download it as a JPEG, and then I'm going to load it into Adobe Color, and I'll be able to find my color palette. Okay, so I am actually at color.adobe.com. This is a fantastic free resource. So let me go ahead and import the mood board I just created in Canva, and we're going to be able to select the perfect color palette for our brand. So let me go ahead and load it in. So I just downloaded it. Okay, so let's go ahead and drag. All you have to do is drag these little icons around. It's going to have one for each photo, and it's going to protect the average, most predominant color in that photo. So for this one, it shows that beautiful yellow or deep burnt orange kind of color, more of a brownish hue. So I really like that. Some of them, sometimes they do a default that works really well, but they do the most dramatic colors of the photo. So you might have a combination that's a little bit too jarring. So let's do some adjustments to figure out what are we inspired by the most in this photo. I definitely think we have two of these over the gold. I don't think that's necessary. Let's find one really nice gold hue. So let's go ahead and just kind of shift that over here for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and find what I think is a really nice gold hue. There's also this orange that I really like. Maybe we can have 2 shades. And a lot of times the branding, you don't want to have too many colors that are too different. You want to kind of have some shading where you have a darker color, but in the same color family, you want to have a lighter version. And that works really well with advertisement. You only have to juggle 1 or 2 colors in different shades as opposed to juggling 3 or 4 or 5 different, totally different colors. So it just makes for more cohesive ad development. So I really love these purples. I like these different shades. I really like how they go well with the gold. And I really like this neutral color that I got from this brick that I really liked. And there's also this silver, if there's might be one that works there. But I really like this brick. It's a little bit, has some warmer tones, almost a stone color. So I really like this one. I think we can maybe mess with the yellow a little bit. I really like this a lot. So I'm pretty happy with it. I can actually take a screenshot of this. So I'm just going to take a screenshot. I have a Mac, so I'm just doing Command-Shift-4, and I'm able to kind of snap a screenshot of this entire page. And what's great is I can bring this into Illustrator and Photoshop, and I can actually use the eyedropper tool to be able to select this to start kind of creating my logo mark. So now that we have our inspiration for our mood board, we have our color palette selected, I can now create a logo.